Today we're gonna talk about realization and epiphany. This is a topic that I would like to touch just for you to understand more or less what to expect and what is it exactly. So epiphany and realization. Epiphany even from the dictionary. I don't know, it's such a nice definition. So epiphany in Cambridge Dictionary, it's a moment when you suddenly feel that you understand or you suddenly become conscious of. That you suddenly feel that you understood something or you became conscious about. Right? Some like eureka, like you get ideas suddenly. Suddenly. Not like you were, contemplating and thinking and okay. No, it's just like that. Suddenly. Like usually you weren't even thinking about it. And it just, bang, it drops on you. You realized. That's epiphany. And very often you don't even know where it's coming from. Because you weren't thinking about it. It's sudden, all of a sudden. You can even wake up in the night and have it. Often under the shower. I don't know why, but I had so many ideas usually under the shower. I was just, maybe it's grounding or maybe it's I don't really know why. But it's not only me. Many people have their realizations under the shower. What is it? What is this realization? What is this epiphany? Why do we get it? Where is this coming from? So, when you will start meditating, and I hope you already did, even the meditations, the audio meditations that I've included in our previous chapter, that's already meditation. That's already concentrating on emotions inside us. Right? Not concentrating on the thoughts, not following the thoughts, not believing them, but just going deeper. When we do this practice, we open ourselves to receive some more energy. Right? Whenever I let go an emotion, it means that I'm actually allowing this emotion to flow through me. So I'm opening myself to this emotion like a vessel. This is what letting go means. It's letting it flow through me without the resistance. So I'm allowing myself to feel that energy and to feel it even more. So more energy can come to me. You see, the ideas, the solutions to the problems, this is also energy because these are some sort of thoughts. Right? What is an epiphany? What is a realization? What is this aha moment? It's a thought, but it has higher frequency. It has, for example, sudden solution to your problem that you couldn't overcome, and suddenly you got this from somewhere and you know. You didn't think about it before, but suddenly you know. This is what happens when you open yourself to more energy, then the higher frequency starts flowing through you. And to lift your life to the higher levels of this frequency, to upgrade your life somehow, you will start getting these realizations, these epiphanies, these inspirations. We're gonna talk about it as well. Inspirations. That will bring you there, right? You will start solving your problems that you couldn't overcome before. You will start upgrading your life, like a job, maybe relationships, maybe the place where you live. And it will be coming in some sort of realizations, epiphanies, inspirations. So epiphany or realization, suddenly we just understood something, suddenly we realized. That's what happens when we clear the head from the thoughts that are keeping us basically in this lower states of consciousness. We will clear the head and we will get a thought from the higher frequency. That's what realization is. This is how we evolved basically. This is how we developed. all the biggest ideas in the human history, all the inventions, that was it. That was the epiphanies, realizations. Like about the Newton, for example, the story that he was sitting or sleeping under the tree and the apple fell on his head and he got realization. He suddenly understood something about the gravity and started to do research about it. You know, in Korean, in Buddhism, Zen, not only Korean. I have experience with the Korean one, but Zen Buddhism is in Japan, is in China. They have something called koans or gongans or something like that. This is some sort of or question or a story that you give to someone and just let him meditate. Like, for example, I remember one, a question: what is the difference between you and that mountain? For example, you see a mountain, and the question is, what is the difference between you and that mountain? This type of questions, these koans, they are not supposed to have an answer, have a definite answer. But in the culture of this Buddhism, in Zen Buddhism, you are supposed to meditate with this question. Just place it somewhere, or just, ask the question and let it go and just start meditating. And the answers will be getting to you, will be getting realizations. But every time you will get realization, you think it's that's it. You will be so happy you realize that. But then with time, you will realize more depth into it, more deeply and more deeply. That's how it works, more or less. And you can have realizations about all the world what's around you, but you can have realizations about yourself, about your emotions, where they are coming from. Like, for example, suddenly a memory comes up from your past when you were working on anger, a memory when you were 3-year-old and you thought you forgot about it, and suddenly it comes to you and you have like, oh wow, this is what happened, and this is when I realized that, this is when I understood that I have to suppress this energy, or I believed I need to suppress it because it brings problems. Now I can change it. This is what will be happening. And the most important thing to realize, to understand, is that these realizations, these epiphanies are not coming from the head, are not coming from our mind, from our ego. We are not creating them in our minds. We are not creating them in our heads. They are coming, they are dropping, I usually refer to it like drop, something dropped on me, but it's coming from our inside, from our heart, from our bodies. And then after we will get this, then our head will start to analyze this download of information, because this is how I would call it actually realization or epiphany. It's a download. It's a download of information. In one millisecond, you get, I don't know how many bits of information, right? Huge information. Bang! And now your head has to slowly process it, to put it into words, put it into sentences, put it into pictures, images, whatever, plans. But it's a sudden drop, sudden download of information. And it happens here, wherever we will make space, for the energy to flow. It will not get stuck in our head. It will flow through us freely. And then we get it. And you will notice, you will start getting it more and more. The more you will be working with emotions, the more you will be getting sensitive, vulnerable, you will be getting those realizations. You will sometimes ask a question, how I can do this, how I can resolve that problem. And instead of thinking about it, okay, you asked the question. It was your intention to know the solution, right? So you can just think about it. Okay, I want to know the solution to that problem, and just let it go. Make yourself, a vessel, and relax for a moment. Allow this knowledge to come, because it's there. If the problem is there in your life, that means the solution is there already. The solution is there. You're not gonna create the solution. The solution is there. You can just realize about the solution. You can get aware of it. And that's what it is. Again, realization, epiphany, it's just becoming conscious. It's just becoming aware about the things that exist, but they were out of our reach for some reason so far, because our energetical level was too low for that. And for example, now we're raising our energetical level, new problem is coming up, so we raise to the point when we can actually download this solution, and it's like step by step going up and up. We have higher kind of, let's say that the problem has its energetical value, right? So suddenly we live and we confront a problem, and this problem has higher energetical level that we are on. That's why we cannot overcome it. But when we will, chill, relax, and allow the solution to come, the solution will be even higher energetically than the level of the problem. So it will lift us over that problem. This is how we evolve. This is how we develop. If you want to upgrade your life, trust me, you will start meeting those problems, but they're not problems, they're challenges. It's a challenge. You are facing challenge in your life only for one reason, because you want to upgrade it. That's the only reason why a challenge is in your life, because you decided that you want something more, or you deserve something more, you want to get it, you want to get higher than that, so you meet a challenge. This challenge is there to help you to get to the point where you want to go. So now, to overcome the challenge, you need to raise your vibration. How? By just purging yourself, clearing yourself, and then you're getting the realization from the higher energetical level than the problem, and then you are able to overcome this challenge. And you find yourself, after the challenge, you find yourself finally, oh wow, so many things changed in my life after that. Yeah. Because you raised your vibration, so the outside world will match your vibration. So that's it for now. Realization, epiphany. Remember, it's not from here, it's from our inside. If you want to overcome a problem, a challenge, you're not gonna overcome it from the same level of the problem. You have to somehow get a little bit higher, and by doing the energetical work, this is how you lift yourself energetically to be able to overcome a challenge. I think even Einstein say, I might be wrong, sometimes I saying those quotes, but yeah, but I believe it was Einstein that says that it's impossible to overcome the problem from the level of consciousness of that problem. That's what it is. The consciousness of that problem, the energetical level of the problem, right? That's why we get those realizations, those epiphanies that are coming from inside, not from our heads. Okay, that's it for now. You will see me in the next video. We're gonna discuss something called intuition. Intuition and inspiration.